Morning, a major drug bust putting 16 people behind bars. That is what we know this morning. The Attorney General's office said they uncovered the suspected.
I am bringing to you another weekend information pertaining to the news and what has happened. This is a drug bust, and of course, I'm sharing with you. Here we go, what the news reporter have to say pertaining to this drug bust.
They uncovered the suspected fentanyl and cocaine distributors in a bust.
Operation No Love is the name of the drug bust, and of course, I'm sharing with you yours truly, Spring Garden One, and I'll be bringing other news and happenings right in these clippings. Here we go once more from the news reporter.
Called Operation No Love. The operation took more than 1 year. During the searches, law enforcement.
Here am I sharing with you another one, another drug bust. Operation No Love is the name of it, and this is a weekend
bust called Operation No Love. The operation took more than 1 year. During the searches, law enforcement seized a large amount of drugs.
Here you have it. We are showing you the drugs and guns that they said the law enforcement officer has found. And of course, as I said before, it is truly Spring Garden One, and I'm bringing to you the weekend news and reviews. And also, I'm sharing with you other clippings of things that happen around the United States. Here we go once more.
33 firearms, hundreds of rounds of ammunition, and more than $100,000. Nearly 200 troopers were involved in the takedown.
So there you have it, the news reporter letting you know how many guns and drugs and money that they have seized. Over 200 law enforcement officers made this operation becomes what it is today. Well, here we go once more.
The organization was allegedly involved in drugs in Bristol County.
Here I'm bringing back you some more information pertaining to the plane that was crashed yesterday. So therefore, we have some more information on the person that died in this accident. Here we go.
In East Central Illinois, Illinois State Police confirming this morning all 4 victims were from Menominee, Wisconsin.
Here I am sharing with you, if you have never heard about it, the plane that have crashed yesterday, the 19th of April 2025 in Illinois, and this reporter is telling about the people that have passed away in this crash.
It happened around 10 a.m. yesterday in Trilla, about an hour southeast of Decatur. The Coles County.
Here we have it, the reporter explaining to us what is happening and the persons that passed away would have learned about how many persons, male and female, that has passed away in this.
County coroner tells us that 2 men and 2 women were killed when the single-engine plane went down. It's still unclear where that plane.
So here you have it. Once more, a breaking news and follow-up also of the one I brought to you yesterday pertaining to these people that have lost their life and this small aircraft, a Cessna. So here you have it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sharing with you, giving some insight on what the news reporter they have come up with based upon this accident with this small airplane. And of course, you can hear 4 persons pass away. 2 male, 2 female was on this small aircraft, and I'll be sharing some more with you. Here we go once more.
Departed from or where it was headed, but the coroner says he believes the plane was.
Florinda Teneo and her aunt Jeanette Teneo. They all died on the scene.
Out of Connecticut, 4 people died, including a high school senior. And here I am sharing with you information that I received so far.
They want to drive, and you know, it's terrible.
A community in mourning. 4 people are dead.
I will be sharing with you more of what has happened with this accident where 4 persons have lost their life. As I said before, include a high school senior. And here I am sharing with you what the news reporter will be explaining in this news brief pertaining to what has happened in this accident. Here we go once more.
And another is hurt after a crash in Newington. Hi everybody, and thanks for joining us tonight on Eyewitness News at 11. I'm Brian Reed. The tragic crash.
The report is a tragic crash, so therefore you know right away what has happened. And if you have no, and it's the first time you're joining, I'm bringing to you a situation where 4 persons passed away in an accident in Connecticut. And I'm sharing with you include a high school senior. And the news reporter will be telling us more pertaining to what has happened in this accident with these 4 persons.
On Willard Avenue. Your reporter Katie Cohen is there live with a growing memorial for the victims. Katie.
And as you heard, it's a growing memorial site where the crash has taken place in this community in Connecticut. And of course, the news reporter breaking down some more of what has happened to give us an insight pertaining to what she has gathered. Here we go once more.
Yeah, Bryant, the Newington community is really feeling this loss tonight. I'm going to step out of the way so we can show you. There's some flowers that have been left here right.
Ladies and gentlemen, as the reporter said, this is the site where she is at this moment, sharing with us the flowers, and you'll be hearing more pertaining to this location where the accident has taken place. Here we go once more.
At the scene of the crash, they're honoring a teenager and others who lost their lives.
So as I said, this is the area where they are showing you where this accident has happened. And as you can look on your screen, ladies and gentlemen, you will see the wreckage of what has took place in this area. And of course, they said 4 persons, include a high school senior who's about to graduate, that has lost their life. And this is clippings of what the wreckage area look like. And as you can see on your screen, those are the vehicle that was involved in the accident that covered with the yellow tarpaulin. So here we go once more as I share with you furthermore in details what the reporter had to say pertaining to what has happened in this situation. All we got to do, pray for our family members when they go out on the street. Here we go once more.
Are all that remain on Willard Avenue from Saturday morning's crash, but in the community's eyes, the victims' memories live on.
Well, here you have the reporter speaking to someone who lives in the area, and of course, you can hear the accent. She's a Jamaican. There's a Jamaican lady living in the area, sharing what she have heard, it seems, in this situation.
Very sad for the family.
4 people died in the 3-car crash around 9 a.m. One, a Newington high school senior, just months away from graduating.
Once more, if you have just joining in, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And it's yours truly, Spring Garden One, bringing to you a news and a situation that happened in Connecticut where 4 persons have lost their life, include a high school seniors about to graduate. So hear this lady explain to you once more.
Gabriella Defoe was in the car with her mom, Florinda Teneo, and her aunt, Jeanette Teneo. They all died on the scene.
Once again, I'm here with you, yours truly, Spring Garden One. And as I said, if you're new here, welcome. Thank you for joining. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and hit the notification button to be notified when I upload my videos. Here we go once more with this lady explaining what she have heard, because she is living in the area where this tragedy accident have taken place in Connecticut, where 4 persons have lost their life, include a senior about to graduate soon.
An additional victim.
Like, oh my God, I couldn't believe on this street.
It's just sad to know a loved one left out on the way for whatever situation they're on the road. And of course, the worst part about it, they lost their life, never able to return to you. So ladies and gentlemen, you know, our sincere condolence goes out to this family that lost a loved one at this time in a situation where its accident cause are related. So ladies and gentlemen, let's hear some more of what this lady have to say, because she's living in the area and she's also speaking about speeding, and some of these locations have speeding restriction but some don't.
Allison Spence lives in the area of the crash and her daughter heard the boom. It's still unclear what caused it, but neighbors say
speeding is one of the things that cause accident, they said. And of course, I hear this lady explaining about speeding in this area. So ladies and gentlemen, as I said before, we got to just remember when our loved ones go out on the street, please, we have to keep them in our prayers until they get back home, because we never know what the situation is like, what they will experience if they will come back home to us. So we are listening what this lady have to say pertaining to she living in the area and the accident that have taken place where 4 persons have lost their life, include a high school senior.
Speeding here has been a long-time issue.
They got to slow them down somehow, because I just mowed my grass out here yesterday, and I got.
Gentleman said he have just lawn his grass, so therefore he's concerned about his grass that is just lawn, and something might run off the road onto his land grass. So here we
and I got to worry about speeding cars.
You hear them going up and down Willard Avenue. I mean, you know, there's a lot of kids here. You know, there's a lot of
kids in the area. It's not safe to speed in, whether in the area where kids is or any other way. We have to be a good road user. Here we go once more.
You know, people, you know, walk constantly here, and it's just terrible.
They want to see change, including traffic.
Speeding once more, speeding. Thank you for joining it. Just truly Spring Garden 1. And as I said before, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share as I share these news information with you over the weekend.
Cameras and more police patrols.
Will it teach anybody else to slow down on this road?
Yeah, maybe they'll do something.
Slow down is the name of this game right now. Please remember when you're on the road driving, it goes for all road users. Remember, you're not out there by yourself, and drive carefully. Reduce your speed and make sure you're doing it in a right way to save your life and other road users. This is from the Julius Spring Garden 1.
Police are urging drivers to follow traffic laws to protect yourself and others.
It is
Protecting yourself, protecting others whenever time we use the road, as I said before. That is the appeal right now for road users, because a senior and 3 other family members have passed away based upon this accident that happened in Connecticut, and it's coming to you from your Julius Spring Garden 1.
it's something that we don't see very often, which is we're grateful for. Our officers are out there every day trying to aware the public, make them aware of safe driving habits.
Once again, you hear the officer says he's calling out for us as road users to be using a thing called safe road habits.
This is an example of what may happen if we're not obeying the laws of the road.
Once again, thank you for joining. It is just truly Spring Garden 1, sharing with you a situation that happened in Connecticut where 4 persons have lost their life.
Police are asking anyone with information or who saw the crash to come forward. Now, we're still waiting to find out the identity of the 4th victim, but we do know the person who was hurt is expected to be okay. And Newington